your rulers, Scorpio, that is the planets that are your real allies in the solar system, Pluto and Mars are finishing their standoff this month. This is a very lengthy story. It started in November when Pluto was still in Capricorn and Mars was still in Cancer. On the 2nd of November, they faced each other. The slow transformational Pluto from your astrological area of intellectual labor, learning and communication, and more dynamic, hot-tempered Mars from your area of media, academia, culture, and international affairs. So your developing thinking, your own ideas, your communication skills must have been challenged by something more public, more official, and more urgent. Maybe there was some stress related to your work if your work is in one of those areas. Then Mars entered Leo, went retrograde, returned to Cancer, ended its retrograde, and is now moving towards Leo again. Pluto only entered Aquarius. It's a slow planet. Now, if Cancer and Capricorn are about learning, intellectual endeavors, and communication in your horoscope, these other signs, Leo and Aquarius, are more foundational. Pluto is now representing the transformation of your home, family, roots, and your relationship with these topics. While Mars, that will enter Leo again on the 18th and will be opposing Pluto all throughout the rest of April, is some stress originating from the area of career, your official dealings with official offices, with officials. It was a long build-up, but this conflict will dissipate quickly. In May, it will be not so relevant anymore, but if you have this stress now, it may point you to where you will have some new, shiny, beneficial opportunities in the second half of 2026. So with this out of the way, the rest of April is more about dealing with smaller stuff or stuff that is more pleasant. Month will start with Mercury and Venus still retrograde in Pisces, where they approach the serious and mature Saturn. There is some melancholy in this combination, but for you it may actually play out as an ex resurfacing who tries to charm you, or something else from the past that has the potential to please you, and it may give you inspiration if you are a creative person, also professionally. Mercury retrograde will end on the 7th. Venus will end its retrograde on the 13th, and after they're done, you will be able to move forward in this creative, romantic, and playful area of your life. That sometimes means leaving some things behind, but it's best to do it after properly saying goodbye to them. Another thing happening on the 13th, so not just Venus ending its retrograde, is then the full moon in Libra. But that one is almost insignificant to you unless you are hiding the fact that you are ill, or hiding a secret that a professional working with you will need to know of, or if you are suffering from a sleep disorder. These are all possibilities, but rather exotic ones. So if your life is more boring than that, you'd probably just need to sleep a little bit more around the 13th of April. Then, before Mars enters Leo to challenge Pluto on the 18th, it will still be moving through Cancer, and this is your area of academia, media, culture, all things international. From here, Cancer will form some neat, helpful aspects. So I would say that if you are professionally engaged in one of those areas, try being more active there in the first half of April. The circumstances will be aligned with your active movements. After that, Mercury will enter Aries on the 16th. Venus will join them on the 30th of April, and in Aries they will meet Neptune that is here since the 30th of March. For you, this whole Aries pile-up means more attention to what you do professionally, but on a day-to-day basis. What your skills are, who you are hiring, what is actually done in the office, such things. This will all need to be restructured and made new within the next 2 to 3 years. And now is the time to start getting ideas about what you would like it to be in 2 to 3 years. What this massive restructuring and reform should lead to. Now, in case you are not so much into paid employment, this may also be about your daily labor in other areas, like taking care of the household, taking care of your health, physical and mental, of your productivity. And then by the end of April, you are supposed to have actual dreams, exciting dreams about how you would like this area of your life to look like in a while. And finally, there is a new moon in Taurus in your area of important partnerships and relationships on the 27th of April. New moons are for turning a page, making new plans, thinking into the future. So it's good for setting some relationship goals or couple goals, so like together with your partner or friend or colleague. But this new moon is also connected with this conflict of Mars and Pluto that I talked about in the beginning of the video. So the major conflict or stressor that is changing your life this month may also motivate you to set priorities differently in this area of important relationships, which if it does, you absolutely should use the energy of this new moon to rethink relationships in a way that takes all of that into consideration.